All right, what's going down? What's good, you fellas, and what's up? What YTC here and all. I think this is the first time I'm doing a live stream, based on free agency. I think so. There's that. But what's going down, everybody? It's your boy YTC back with another video here. So forget that other take I just said, but that's besides the point. What's going down? I just got out of Michael's stream right now as of this recording. You know. So what's going down? It's your boy YTC, ready to discuss the New York Giants free agency watch at wide receiver. So I checked on the community tabs. You guys unanimously voted for the wide receiver core to be addressed first. I will discuss I will make a second poll after this. After this live stream recording, I will make a second poll based on wide receiver, linebacking and cornerbacks and offensive line, so I can discuss the next video, and then eventually I'll get down to the other four positions. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and address the wide receiving core right now. So there's that. So looking at the free agency class, right? They're not free agents. The people on the board like T. Higgins, Jerry Jeudy, DeAndre Hopkins, and Brandon Ayuk. They're potential guys that could possibly come to the Giants if they wanted to. We have the cap to pay them, even if after we pay Daniel Jones or tag Saquon or pay both of them and whatnot. I don't know what we're going to do with those two, but that's besides the point. So when I look at the free agency, right, there's a lot of, there's a lot of pieces that could fit, but they're not qualified number one receivers. I mean, for other teams on rookie contracts or established contracts, the majority of them are on, rookie deals or established contracts, and they're established proven commodities already. That's why I wouldn't dismiss any trade ideas for the Giants. Trading for any of these receivers on the board right now. I could see the case for DeAndre Hopkins. Because he's a proven number one receiver, and obviously he may come more cheaper than T. Higgins and Brandon Ayuk because of his age. So there's a possibility we might be able to get him. I'm going to rule out right now Stephon Diggs and Devontae Adams. They're not going to get traded. Obviously, they're building pieces for those two teams around in Buffalo and even the whole circumstance with Buffalo, it's Stephon Diggs being unhappy over there. I don't think he's getting traded. Same with Devontae Adams, really. So there's that. I also would like to point out Jerry Jeudy's a possibility, because I heard he wants out as well. I don't know, but I also heard Keenan Allen got released as well. So there's that. I also looked at it. I also looked at a guy like I looked at Brandon Ayuk, I looked at T. Higgins, and then I saw the free agency class, as well. Then after, I wouldn't mind trading for T. Higgins or Brandon Ayuk because of their age and the commodity. Only downside of trading for them is eventually you're gonna have to pay them, especially if they have a breakout year with the Giants. You already got to pay Dexter Lawrence and eventually Andrew Thomas or possibly Daniel Jones if you tag him. So you have three players on your hand to pay. I don't think it would be a smart business move to do so. There's that. And that's the only downside of trading for these receivers. But I hope we can work out some restructures because the cap can easily be manipulated in today's NFL. So there's that. And I hope with today's NFL that, we're able to get some of these guys on cheap team friendlies and restructures and whatnot. But that's besides the point. I'm going to go ahead and search up the free agency class. I mean, the two receivers I'd be down to trade down for is Ayuk and T. Higgins, but more like Brandon Ayuk because he's a route running technician, and obviously he gets separation off the initial line of contact, kind of like a Darius Slayton. The only reason why Darius Slayton was consistently getting targeted was because, he was only one getting separation off the line of scrimmage. It's just he couldn't catch when he needed to. We need a consistent catcher. Brandon Ayuk's a consistent catcher from what I see when I can do a lot of play-by-plays for the 49ers. He's one of those guys for sure. So I wouldn't be mad if we target him. I also wouldn't be mad if we targeted T. Higgins or if the Giants want to stay put and go get receivers in the free agency in terms of assets to add to the talent pool in the core. I wouldn't mind the Giants having to go for this guy. No, I'm gonna go to the free agency class. I didn't mean this guy. I meant I'm looking at the free agency class on sportstrack.com for this offseason. I see Nelson Aguilar, Sterling Shepard. I don't think we're going to resign him. And plus, given his injury history, there's a chance we might not resign him unless we can get him back on a team friendly. I would like to bring him back, and hopefully he could stay healthy. That's me, though. DJ Chark would be an interesting option, especially if they don't resign him in Detroit. But I think they will resign him because outside of Amon-Ra St. Brown, the Lions don't really have much going at the receiving core. Randall Cobb's old. Marvin Jones, I doubt he's going to. Given his age, I don't think the Giants would pursue either, since they're still a rebuilding team under the guise of a playoff victory. Jacoby Myers, no. Alan Lazard's a deep Wildcat one, but I wouldn't mind him as an added piece and not the number one. If we can get him on a cheap deal, I wouldn't mind Alan Lazard. Deontay Hardy, I doubt we're going to sign some randoms. Juju, he's going to get re-signed. Jarvis Landry's going to get re-signed. Matthew Slater's a longtime Patriot, and given his age, he's probably going to either retire or resign. Cam Sims from Washington, maybe we might pick him up, but he might be a free agent, just to add to the practice squad because, for some reason we like both divisions, in the NFC East, like to pick up assets from other teams like they did with David Mayo and like we did with Landon Collins. So there's that. I thought they're going to release Olamide Zaccheaus. I would like to have him because he's a really underrated receiver that can play the number 2 position, but, it's not going to happen since the Falcons, he's 25, and plus the Falcons are rebuilding, so I don't think they're going to get rid of him. Chicago might bring him back. I don't want N'Keal Harry, me personally, though. That's not me. Ashton Dulin, they're going to probably resign over in Indianapolis. Matt Collins, same thing over there. I've wanted Jamison Crowder for years in Buffalo. I wouldn't be shocked if we can get him. Because of Buffalo's a stacked team at wide receiver. They're the least team that needs a wide receiver. They can let go of a few assets. He might be one of them. I wouldn't be mad, getting on Jamison Crowder. He's a really fast receiver that just had been dealt with a bad hand. That's really it. Sammy Watkins, he's old at this point, and plus injury prone. Andre Roberts, nah, he's old too. Zach Pascal's probably going to get re-signed with the Eagles. Keelan Cole, meh. Rashawn Perryman, nah, it's not up there. Marquise Goodwin, he's old at this point. McCole Harmon's probably going to get re-signed, especially with his age. He's definitely going to probably get re-signed to the Chiefs. Paris Campbell, probably another re-sign, but I would love to have Paris Campbell if they do somehow release him and they want to favor Alex Pierce over him. I would love to have Paris Campbell on the Giants. Damian Bird, nah. Noah Brown's probably going to get re-signed. Trent Sherfield's another re-sign. The talent pool really goes down then after. Rashad Higgins is probably another re-sign. Chris Moore, he's a number one target on a bad team right now. That's really what Chris Moore is over in Houston. Jake Kumaro, probably, maybe I might look at him, DeAndre Carter would be an underdog signing, I'm not going to lie. I would love to have a DeAndre Carter on the Giants right now with the way he's able to run those intermediate routes and catch the deep ball. I've seen DeAndre Carter make a lot of good plays for the Chargers. I don't know about Cardero Hodge. I don't know much about him, so I don't know. Richie James, nah, he can get out. He was a liability at receiving, and he was a liability at punt return. He can go. Dante Pettis, we don't need to go down that rehash open wounds there. Philip Dorsett, really nothing much to go about. I mean, if you look at the majority of this, Jawan Johnson, he might be a solid pickup as well, but I wouldn't see too much of a number one over there. I'm looking at the receiving core right now. I wouldn't mind taking Antoine Wesley if the Cardinals don't want to, pay him. He was really solid for the short amount of time he played with the Cardinals. I don't know why they didn't give him enough playing time, but probably T-Rock can elaborate that for me. Greg Dortch, they're going to probably resign to the Cardinals anyways. Marquez Callaway would be an underrated signing, but they're going to sign him because he's very young. Lawrence Cager, the Giants sure easily resign him. Darius Slayton, you should be sent to the electric chair, according to Giants Nation, and along with being eviscerated. Scotty Miller would be an underrated signing as well. Now, this is an underdog signing I really, really want. Jawan Jennings. Whenever I saw the Niners play with Jawan Jennings, right? Whenever I saw the Niners out there with Jawan Jennings, this man made plays everywhere on the field. Like, literally everywhere. Whenever they needed a third down to convert on, he got it done. So this is another underrated signing I would like to get. Jawan Jennings would be a massive, massive underrated signing for sure, if you want to think about it. No doubt about it in my mind, for sure. But I'm going to wrap it up here. I got to go do something real quick. But that's your free agency video for the Giants. I gave my thoughts about the opinions of what we should do at receiver. I think we should go get a Jawan Jennings, possibly a couple of other guys that were mentioned upon here. We got to address the wide receiving core. That's one of our biggest weaknesses if we're going to be competing with today's NFL. It showed against the Eagles, the talent gap was really far in that game. We got a long way to go before we can get on the talent to beat teams like the Eagles on a consistent basis, for sure. Anyways, YTC out.